Hey ladies and gents, and welcome back. One of the comments that we get from you guys a lot is, hey, when customers come in to pick up their boots, can you start getting their reactions? And I get it, that's super entertaining and we love to get those reactions as well. Unfortunately, so much of our business nowadays is mailed into us that it's really hard to do that. But because you guys have demanded it and asked for it so often, we are going to start trying to incorporate that as much as possible into our videos. But for today, we have a good friend of ours named Whit. Now, Whit is a local friend of ours, and he has an awful pair of Ferragamo Chelsea boots that I don't think the guy has ever polished them. I don't think he's ever taken care of them, and they're beat up pretty badly. Now, as you can see from these Ferragamos, the toes of them, the heels of them, they're scuffed up, they have marks, and the soles of them are worn out. They need a lot of work. And Whit basically just told us, hey, you guys do whatever you want to do, just make them look good. And hey, he came to the right place. That's what we're going to do. But hey, before we do that, do us a huge, huge favor, please. Give us a big thumbs up. Go ahead and hit that button right now. That helps our channel grow. Also, hit the little subscribe button and comment and share this video to all your friends who have ugly, beat up shoes. Because trust me, after seeing this channel, it's going to help them a lot. Okay, guys, let's get right to it. We have filmed several pairs of Ferragamos in the past. And the question is does this pair actually have stacked leather heel blocks? It looks like it does, so let's see. And the answer is yes, it does. So as you can see, it's just pieces of stacked leather, and there you go. For you guys that have not watched our channel before, we get a lot of questions asking what I'm putting on this shoe, and this is glue thinner. So it just, takes the glue that's been holding on to this sole, it loosens it up, and it makes it a lot easier to come off. All right guys, so let's remove the nails that we're holding on the heel block and also pull out the old stitches, and then we'll have a nice clean surface to work with. Pull out the old stitches. Can't stand when other folks leave those in there. It makes it a lot harder to stitch it properly and look good at the same time. Okay, so now we're going to redo his uppers a little bit. So again, this is a buddy of ours. He's in his late 20s and he's in the dating game right now. So we want to make sure that these Ferragamos look peak condition for him to help him out in the dating game. So let's get to these uppers. All right, now this gentleman, he rarely ever takes care of his boots. We have to stay on him all the time about it. As you can see, they're completely scuffed up in the back. They have a lot of really, deep nicks. He's got a lot of scuffing going on the toe, so we need to try to smooth that out. And then we'll darken these back up, polish them, and get them looking good. And then we'll get the soles put on. All right, now when you're doing this, if you're brave enough to do it on your own, you just want to have really, really high grit sandpaper. And I've got these blocks, and you just kind of start off with a lower grit you know, again, still high, but on the lower end, and then just kind of work your way up until you're on a very, very fine grit sandpaper and get it really smooth. And one of the other things to do is I always moisturize whatever area I'm going to sand. So I put some of the Saphir Renovateur on there, and then that just helps to keep the moisture in the leather so it doesn't get, you know, too out of whack and beat up as you're sanding. So just a little pro tip.
All right, so we are prepping these soles. We're gonna get a little stamp action on there, and we're gonna use the click press for that. Let's go. All right, so you may have noticed when Trenton was taking off the sole that this was a two-piece. The welt is actually a midsole, and it's actually thicker than the outsole was. Now, my buddy, he's a tall guy, and he wears these a lot, and so we don't want to go with a real thin, so we're going to kind of flip it to where the sole's a little bit thicker, and then we're going to put a thinner Blake welt on the top. So that's what we're going to do here. So here was the midsole, has these little slats just for flexibility. This was stitched on, and then they put a fudge wheel pattern on this piece of one-piece leather. It was stitched, and then this part was just cement constructed onto that. Usually I do this when it's actually on the shoe, but we're gonna do it when it's flat today. There's your blind. All right, so a question that we get a lot is, what's the point of a Blake welt? And really, it's purely decorative, because if it's a Goodyear welt, it's an actual functioning welt. It's what's the stitches are what's holding on the sole. But with a Blake welt, it's just a strip of rubber or leather, and sometimes they even got them made out of foam. They just sit along the edge and creates kind of a little bowl for the shoe to sit down in there, but it's not always required. You'll see a lot of like Gucci's, especially some of the horse bit classic Gucci loafers that just sit on the sole, and what they'll actually do is they'll just curve and bevel the edges to where it's rounded instead of squared off, and that's all it is. It's just a sole stitch on. But if you want a little bit of decorative touch to it, there's different styles. This one has a fudge wheel pattern that goes around, but it is purely decorative and doesn't really serve a purpose. All right, so we have got this on. Remember, these are non-functioning, but they are purely decorative. You're probably wondering what's with all the junk behind it. It's a little scene that you haven't seen before. Is well, the sandal business is taking off. We just added another like 5,000 square feet, and we're in transition mode. So we've got racks of everything sliding back and forth. So that's the chaos behind us. But we got the welt on, and now we're actually gonna fill this little bit up right here with a little bit of cork, because this was just flat. This was just actually put in that fudge wheel design, which is the same as on here. It was just done on a flat piece of leather. and there's no cavity, but now there's a tiny little bit of a cavity down in here, so we're gonna fill that up to make it flat like the original was, and might as well put some cork so it's a little bit of padding. All right, so this is my buddy Whit. These are his boots, and we're gonna go show him the final thing. Let's go over to the studio. All right, so you saw these shoes beforehand, and they were pretty rough. How many times have you polished these things since you've had them, and how long have you had them?
So I bought them, I'd say probably about last year. I got them used on the internet.
So you've never polished them then?
You know, the previous owner did. When I got them, they looked pretty good.
All right, so we gave these things a complete overhaul. He wanted these, so we actually had them for a little while, and you want them for a wedding, so that's why we jumped on these right now. And let's see, what did we do with these things? We put some JRs on there. We put a Ferragamo stamp, did some fudge wheel actions just to make them look like the originals. We actually put a Blake welt and only brought that around to just behind the joint, so it looks like it's a half welt. It's pretty slick, and the waist is extremely thin. We actually beveled that out where the sides around the welt are all 90 degrees off. Looks pretty good. We put red thread on there, put some JR Vibram heel lifts on there, red thread. What else did we do? We put some toe taps, because I've seen you wearing these, and he did not rotate his shoes. So if you're gonna wear them as much as you do, we had to go with the best. So that's why we put some plates on there. Let's go see what they look like.
Alrighty.
All right. There you go, my man.
Oh man.
As you can see, the uppers, we actually lotioned down and high grit sandpaper, took down all the scuffs and everything, and then re-dyed them so they look like a completely different
that's
shoe.
outstanding.
Yes, we blind stitched them just on the front half and then let those red stitches be visible through the waist. So it just adds a real sleek, typical Italian look to them.
Oh, that's fantastic. You know,
What do you think?
I love Jodhpur boots, and these are probably some of my favorites that I've got. You wouldn't know that by my former polishing history on these, but I really love them, and these look about 100 times better than when y'all got them.
Oh, I know.
There's no buckle rash anymore. They almost feel lighter. Maybe that's just me. But they look absolutely outstanding. But from the shoes I've gotten from y'all before, it's not out of line.
Well, they might feel a little bit lighter because it had two full layers.
Okay,
One was a midsole and it was stitched to the upper, and then the bottom was just glued on. So we took out that middle layer and replaced it with the Blake welt. That's why this is so thin.
Well, that's not a problem. I prefer a lighter shoe anyway, so it works out well.
Good deal.
Outstanding. Well, thank you so much. These look fantastic. I cannot wait for this wedding so I can show them off.
There you go. And he's single, ladies. Oh. All right, so that wraps up this video. Make sure you check out our website, potterandsons.com, for all of your shoe supply needs. Also check out southernpolish.com. for all your sandal and shoe needs on that side of it. So until next time, y'all have a good one.